Alright, let's take a look at this fabled Lawbringer rework. Yo, they stall him!
This testing grounds, we're gonna do Lawbringer. So it's a big Lawbringer rework. And a small change to nuisance traps. I'll go into a little bit more
Lawbringer
detail
was my
afterwards.
first main, so I'm
Basically,
very...
The idea is we want to make
I'm
sure...
pretty invested in this.
Yeah. And so it's a very complex character to rework. There's not a lot of moving parts. And so we're...
It's kind of funny how those things... It's a very complex character to rework because he's so easy. I mean, it's true, but it's kind of funny to hear him say it.
trying to figure out one thing about traps. We're going to get into it. But essentially, it's like we're trying to figure out, can we make traps work? And then that will help guide us in the future for
I think traps
to
are
have
fine.
a much better rework down the line, right? We don't want to do like 3 testing grounds
just
in a
boring.
row and then whatever.
It's just
so we're having one
just
small
super
change, but it's for the
basic.
best, and I'd rather do it.
But it works, in my
iteratively
opinion.
like this, so that we can go, okay, this works, and then we can confirm that our change works and our hunch works. We can go into it.
Nice.
But first, we're gonna start with Lawbringer, right? So Alex, you're gonna want to guide us through Lawbringer a little bit.
Yeah, sure. So first thing that we did is to look at the character's flow, because I know all you Lawbringer main out there probably don't like the flow. If you guys don't know, Lawbringer cannot chain lights together. That's all gone.
That's all.
Now,
Right?
oh, light.
Ooh, that's...
So many lights.
Okay. Let's immediately unpack this. That animation is chunky. Alright, I don't know if it's just me, but the animation looked, crispy, but like not in a crispy baked way, more like in a crispy orphan burnt to death way, It's
now, oh, light.
it's like very stuttery. Maybe it's still early development. I don't know. Maybe it's early, but that looks weird. It's like
Lights together. That's all gone.
That's all.
Now,
Right?
yeah, look at that. That's surely just like an early build. I don't think this is gonna be like the thing. I don't think this is like the final product, right?
oh, light.
It's testing grounds. I don't think they want to invest too much into testing grounds. I think they're just like figuring it out, like just making see if it works or not. I think they'll like polish it later for sure.
Lights.
Same thing. Top.
Freedom.
Freedom is
Right,
there.
What's cool here, and like Vanessa can tell us about it. Like we actually ended up doing new.
I mean, that looked good.
For
That looks fine. That looked fine. Those double side lights, top heavy.
Vanessa can tell us about it. Like we actually ended up doing new lights.
That looks
for
fine.
That light chain, right?
Yes.
Yes, and it's
It's moving faster than big guy, but it's kind of cool.
complicated working on older hero.
Yep.
Okay.
Whenever we change one of the
Oh my
initial
God.
heroes,
I'm always like, I want to work on the one because even the data is pretty old as well. So they were
Oh.
really designed in a way that it's hard to moving part is a bit harder.
We've gotten a lot better at it.
That
Yeah,
looks
yeah.
fine. That looks fine actually. I don't know why it was so
So we
weird
got,
first time they did
Unlock
it.
chains, basically.
exactly.
What else do we
Now,
have?
You can press anything you want. You're gonna be doing your chain.
It doesn't. It looks fine. What are you
and
talking
you-
about?
you-
That it's hard to
That's fine.
moving part is a bit harder.
We've
That
gotten
looks
a lot
completely
better
fine.
at it over the
Yeah,
years.
we're getting better at it
yeah.
for sure.
Exactly.
So we got like unlock chains, basically.
Exactly.
My food is ready.
What
I gotta get my food. That looks fine. Alright, on the menu today we have Swedish meatballs, a lot of fucking broccoli that I'm probably not gonna touch because ew, vegetables, and mashed potatoes and cranberry sauce. Nice. But I can't eat it because my teeth hurt from the dentist. But I'm hungry. Life's many dilemmas. Now let's continue.
To those finishers a bit better than
I
before.
mean, it's just triple lights. There's
Another
nothing,
thing that we
no
did for
properties,
the
anything.
flow,
So
was to add combo lights
still
after heavies. So if you press a light
Hmm.
after a heavy, pop up,
okay.
you get
It's
a
Orochi.
fast
Pop up,
light,
that's the sound.
guaranteed.
Yeah.
And you can
There.
you can access your finisher
Oh.
much more easily.
That's
Yeah.
Griffin.
Okay,
Basically,
cool.
what it is like I think
Griffin.
every one of like those lights are only on the opener heavies, right? And on top of you.
So first they made Griffin, which was gonna be the Lawbringer rework, and then they're reworking Lawbringer into Griffin, which was which was supposed to be the rework in the first place anyway. I see.
Finisher. if I remember correctly.
Exactly.
Right.
It was just
It's 4
on the
damage.
finishers
Wow.
before, which didn't really make
That's
sense.
useless.
So we were like, let's reshuffle.
I guess it's kind of just
putting
there
it on the
for
opener.
hit stun.
Oh, that works super well for the flow.
Mhm.
But then we missed it on the top heavy finisher. So we did. Why don't we keep it? Let's just keep it as a way to reset the flow, and then you can keep chaining
Oh
if
my
you
Wait,
finish
what?
in
It resets? It resets you to second chain? No way. Wait, what?
finisher. So
Did I
we
see that correctly? He go for a finisher?
Why don't we keep it? Let's just keep it as a way to
For a finisher?
reset the flow, and then you can keep chaining
Oh
if
my
you
God,
finish into that
That's cool. Here's the thing. People are immediately like, oh my god, no. Okay, but here's the thing. How many times do you actually think that's gonna land? How many unblockables do you actually land in a duel? You don't, okay? All these crazy infinites, you think that's crazy. Like even Conquerors, like fucking unblockables, like infinite unblockables are not that big of an issue. You got parries, you got dodge attacks, right? Everybody's dodge attack now. You can just empty dodge. It's not that big of a deal.
Big, like unblockable attacks, crazy things, big damage.
That's crazy. Can you go again?
But then,
that's crazy.
It's so hard to get
to
them in a lot of situations.
It's just,
at least with this, you have
cute infinite.
way more opportunities to get to them. Which is
exactly. And like as for most heroes, unfortunately, it's kind of like most of the time you will want to do your side finishers just because you can clip people in group fights. So you're like, how? Like that's an extra way to make you want to do the top heavy finisher. Then the other thing that we did.
It only works with the top heavy finisher. Okay, then it's like it's not even an issue. Because who the fuck uses a top like actually in a combo like after for a punish, sure. But in an actual fight, you don't ever want to use top heavy. Because it's so easy to like just empty dodge. Like people like if you don't do side heavy, like sometimes it still catches people, right? But like top heavy is just you will never do it. Like that's stupid. Who cares? It's cute. It's a funny gimmick, but like it's not gonna actually matter.
That we're like not done with the flow.
Not done with the flow.
You gotta make it even better. So
unless you can do like a tap on miss, which I don't think is true.
The bash in the chain.
Oh wait, I wasn't watching.
We took a look at the bash in the chain. As you see, it's a new animation.
Why did they make animation so weird?
Yeah,
what the fuck's animation?
To Michel for doing those animations. I heard that those transitions were quite a piece of work.
Yeah,
difficult. What?
Those shout out to Michel for doing all of those animations.
Oh, that's the finish.
Those transitions were quite a piece of work.
What is the animation? Wait, and he's praising them for the animation. What is that? It goes front. He like does goofy goobly gooey. He goes back and then he like goes vertical bash.
Yeah,
difficult.
I don't mind the vertical bash. I think that looks cool. But what the fuck is that? The goobly time.
Those transitions were.
It's like
quite a piece of work.
Yeah.
Difficult.
What is that? It's probably feintable. That's why. I'm assuming it's gonna be feintable.
Exactly. So now the bash is slower, but you can feint it. So either you go. Oh.
Who could have seen that coming? Yeah, I guess that's why it looks goofy because it's feintable. I'm like still waiting for the part where you know it's like broken. People are losing their fucking minds over this. I'm still waiting for like the broken part, which I'm sure is gonna come.
Is so much better, and having that bash in
the bash is really goofy looking though.
Different so that you don't feel it's the exact.
Also, you only get the reset on dude. You only get the reset on a top heavy unblockable finisher. You will never land that in an actual duel. It will just never happen. It will never happen. Nobody actually stands there. They either do dodge attack or they try for the parry. You won't actually land it. You will always get either a light parry from dodge attack or you will get a guard break. You'll never actually just let it go. It just doesn't happen. Unless they are out of stamina. Who the fuck's out of stamina these days?
But at the same time, you really do feel it's a different attack. And because it's feintable, again, it brings in that whole mindset that we have of adding more flow. Not necessarily adding undodgeables. Like I know people are kind of tired of the orange-blue mix-up type of thing. Right. We're trying to do things a little bit differently.
Dude, JC is such a fucking treasure, dude. Oh my god.
With this, we're going back to something that we know is proven and works. But at the same time, like heavy feint to guard break or heavy feint to parry, Lawbringer is a parry machine still.
So they literally just made his basically the only thing this rework has done so far is that they gave him a light chain, I guess, cute, whatever. But they made it so his bash is just feintable. Because now if you do a finisher, right, a blockable finisher, your only option is just a bash. That's it. Of course, but it's like all Centurion, like it's useless. If there's only like one option, it's completely useless. So they just made that feintable, which is I guess is fine. I kind of wish they would integrate his long arm into that animation. I kind of hoped it was going to be a like a soft feint into long arm or something, you know, something cute, but I guess not. We get fucking this goofy goober animation, but it's okay. I'm wondering if they changed long arm though.
So you still want to get parries off a Lawbringer, or you want to get guard breaks, because now if you do get a guard break, guess what? You get a heavy that combos into that combo light that goes back into your finishers. So it's always trying to go forward in the hero's chain and really have
just
that
Griffin.
flow go
So you just bypass the whole 3-hit chain with. Sorry, I keep pausing. The whole 3-hit chain with your light. It's just Griffin. It is just Griffin, but it's fine. It's all right. I don't care.
We can take a look at long arm next, I guess.
Yeah,
We're gonna go long arm. Here we go.
So for long arm, There's something kind of weird on live where if you do a long arm and you attack, if you don't keep chaining, you get guard broken.
Yeah.
Now we tweak the timing a little bit more, and now you're basically always safe. So I can counter guard break.
Yeah.
I'm safe throwing that move.
Yeah.
So it's still the same move otherwise. Same startup. Can't feint it.
So how do you use it in fights?
Dedicated move for.
Is it just ganking?
For ganging up on someone.
Yeah.
And
It's just a ganking
we felt
move.
like we gave quite
Still useless
some
in
good openers
duels.
to Lawbringer, so maybe it's fine that this move is not one of the openers.
Yeah. One of the things that we've done recently, right, in live, is speed up the front dodge bash, and with the actual timings to the side attack when you dodge, it actually gives like a really nice mix up there off a front dodge without adding like a dodge attack on top of that or whatever. So it works really, really well, and I think that's it. That long arm being more of a dedicated, almost like ganking tool. Guarantees you damage. If you land in a 1v1, then you're not, because it used to be so bad. If you land in a 1v1, you had to commit to overcommit.
It's okay, like he's
out of it. And so with this, it feels
better, but I'm not sold on
you want to talk about
the animation on the bash.
Impale next. So for those who don't know, Impale is the sprint attack or the parry.
Oh, they just made the bash fadeable. I'm not sold on that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What we did for
I think they could have done more with them.
The move is quite good on live.
Yeah, it's really good.
It leads to a lot of damage, which is kind of incredible for a heavy parry. So what did we do?
It's fun.
We're like, okay, we're just gonna follow the rules. It's gonna be an opener now. If you reach the wall, bam, so you can go into your chain. But the chain attack now deals 20 damage. So basically, what we're saying is, you get your heavy parries on the side. You do your impale if you want to ledge them, or if there's a wall, it's pretty good as well.
He said, you get your heavy parries on the side. Does that mean they still kept the goofy ass thing, where if you parry a top heavy, or a top something, and you switch guards, like they can block it? Don't tell me they kept that shit in, please. Please.
But we don't want you to be doing it all the time, basically.
Yeah. There's another change too, like if you release a bit earlier, like let's get off all
yeah, exactly. Now, if you do get it a bit earlier before, oh yeah, release no.
That's a top heavy. That's a top heavy into a side one. So I think maybe they fixed it.
Yeah.
So back on live before, you would wall splat, get your top heavy in, get the stun. It was really frustrating on the receiving end.
Yeah.
So now we changed this a little bit. It's still good because you still wall splat someone, you go into your second heavy, and then you get that super strong finisher mix up
after, right? Yeah, but this here is really a case of like if you're gonna use it, like you really have to wall splat and hit the wall with it.
Oh no!
So you
Dude, this broccoli is disgusting, by the way. I'm just gonna eat the meatballs and the mashed potatoes.
Is really a case of like if you're gonna use it, like you
Fucking
really
microwave
have
broccoli.
to
so talking about parry.
Yeah.
Going through the nice quality of life change.
Yes.
So we took a look at all of the parries. So what we did is now the light parries are doing a bit more damage than before. Because before it was pretty low, so you would never really want to do them. And then going to your finisher. Also, the top heavy now is also a chain opener. So you can combo. So if you do get a light parry, that's
kind of crazy. If you get a light parry, that's kind of fucked. Because here's the thing. Like I said, that recent on your top heavy finisher is completely useless because it's never gonna happen. But you get a light parry, right? That's kind of crazy. Like in a gank, you're like charged up, boom, boom. Like that's crazy fucking pressure. Like you can delete somebody with that. That's crazy, actually. Do not get light parried by Lawbringer because you will see Jesus real fucking fast.
You stun them.
Do a light parry here, but
just take our word for it.
Yeah, that's it. Right? So it's still guaranteed off a light parry. It's just like right now, this is super scary, right? Because you get an attack that stuns into a combo into a big unblockable afterwards.
Yeah, exactly.
It's still super scary. I think it's the only source of stun that we have left on Lawbringer as well.
Yes, exactly. That was another frustrating part to the character. Every single top heavy would stun. And the light parry would stun as well. So basically, you're just fighting and you don't see anything. Like you just what is going on. So all of this is gone, but we decided that it was still kind of an iconic part of hitting someone on the head with a hammer. So
That's fair.
we keep it on the top heavy parry.
Okay, good.
So then we have a bit of quality of life stuff, right?
Yes, exactly. So
What's next?
we decided to take a look at the chaining properties because we want you to be doing your strong chains with the Lawbringer. And since he's a parry
Look at
specialist,
the beast
he's good at
Lawbringer is,
group
dude. Look at
fights,
his fucking back.
we take a
Damn.
look and say, you know what? Let's just
Oh
do
my God,
increase
finally.
properties on the chain. So now, if you want,
Fucking hyper
you can
armor.
go into your chain heavy, and as you see, there's armor on it. So,
Like instant as well,
that's
holy
pretty
shit.
good. And then the last one, it's armor
Oh, it
plus.
didn't even work!
unblockable.
Yo!
Wait,
It doesn't work! Dude, that is so
Right, yeah,
fucking
so
goofy.
it's basically
Exactly.
super hard to peel, right?
yes.
That's the
Um,
idea.
Wait,
here.
what,
It's
wait,
like,
what,
you
what do
wanna
you
make
mean?
sure
It's
that-
worth- it didn't
because
work. They just showed it like the hyper armor like not like fucking up twice. It was too fast. Wait, what do you mean? What? What? They can't be real with this.
Unblockable.
What? Maybe I'm missing
basically
something. I don't know.
Super hard to peel, right?
Yes.
That's
Um,
the idea here. It's like we want to make sure that because often enough, one of the problems that we have is that the second attack when we have 3 hit chains,
Mhm.
and I know a lot of players actually always. I often read like people wanted to like reworks or whatever, and you go, oh yeah, let's give this hero like a 4 hit chain or a 3 hit chain instead of
Oh
a
my
2 hit
God.
chain, and it is fun, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody denies that it's super cool.
True,
to have,
4 hit chain would be
4 hits in
crazy.
the chain. But at the same time, the middle hits often feel really, really, really bad.
Right.
Because
True.
we need to have properties, we need to have like reasons to use them. That's why often we have like shortcuts to finishers or things like that. So by having armor, at least on those heavy, on those second heavies, what's interesting.
Oh
here
yeah,
is
I
that
see.
can
Because
actually-
you will actually always shortcut to your finishers anyway. So it's more of like an option you have in team fights or something. I mean, okay, sure. I mean that makes sense. Maybe I was too harsh on it. Okay, now I see it. Now I get it. Okay. It's like doing a second light on Griffin. It's just kind of like to throw people off. Because you won't actually never do it. You always do the shortcut. Okay, I get it.
Well, you didn't really have openers before we did that change.
Yeah.
And so
I mean, that's
we
fine.
had
Yeah, sure.
enhanced slides on the sides to make sure that yeah, okay, where can we go? And then the more we played with it, the more
His bash out neutral is the same.
we have openers before we did that change.
Yeah.
And so we had enhanced slides on the sides to make sure
His bash out neutral looks the same. It doesn't have the goofy animation. Is it still faintable? Because that didn't look faintable. That just looks like the Jormungandr bash, like just a basic ass Dutch forward bash.
Then we have one final change.
I think it's
which
fine, but it's
we
boring.
Take a look at the zone attack. So if the players don't know, Lawbringer has quite a spicy zone attack on live.
yeah.
It's slow, but it has a very, very good trajectory.
Like, it's fine.
And it has
Almost no recovery.
no recovery.
Yeah.
But
So
I mean,
you're
actually,
basically throwing that
kind of same
move
as like
and you're super safe. It's even
Jormungandr.
to
It's
the
also
point
it's
where,
fine, but it's kind of
Or
boring.
like you're hitting some
Kind of safe, you know.
superior blocks and like.
After we
you're
got Afira, which is crazy.
Beast is demonic in
It's quite spicy.
nature, very icky.
Compilation videos doing that.
Yes, it's so what we did is we took a look at it. We're like, okay, so this is like the big keep away move, like stay away from me. I'm doing my huge sweep, but then we just made the recoveries normal, but it felt quite bad because it was just a nerf. So we're like, you know what? It's a group fight move. Let's allow it to go into the chain.
Oh, the
So,
beast
you
is
get access
demonic
to, like,
in
those-
nature,
those
very
Okay.
icky.
armor moves,
Good.
and you're light if you want to.
So just a new way to get into the chain.
Exactly, right?
Nice.
So yeah, so new chain and new ways to enter
Sure,
your
that's
chains,
fine.
but slight nerf, right? Because if you don't chain,
Yeah. Then
I just
you get a
wished
dodge attack free on it,
Exactly.
right? So
they'd
that's
give you
the
more of
big
like
thing.
that walking tank feeling, you know.
Slightly
Oh my
more
god. Maybe I like pause alerts when I'm trying to watch videos. I was hoping they would integrate like the long arm and more, you know, hyper armor stuff in there. Maybe like do something new, something crazy with hyper armor, like some new mechanic or something. It's fine. It's okay. It's okay. I don't see why people are going crazy about this. I don't get like what the problem is.
chain, and then as we saw here, if you do it again,
I'm sure. Dude, okay, let me guess. I'm guessing people are going crazy about the top heavy reset because they're fucking pathetic, casual, underdeveloped, flatulence infilled brains can only like repeat what the guy like next to them says. Surely, I don't want to like talk about those people. They disgust me.
attack and I hit the armor there. So,
And which I mean, like 90% of Reddit.
it's still dangerous, right? That's,
It's still spicy, just a little bit.
yeah, just a little bit spicy, right? So I think that's about it for Lawbringer.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Right, so
Lots
it's,
of stuff.
yeah, lots of stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. It's very safe. Like I said, I was hoping for something more spicy, but I get it's a very basic character. They don't like go too crazy. It's also apparently pretty hard to change such an old character, they said. So I see what they're coming from. I do think the animation on the bush, that combo bush, that's a goofy bush. Like you cannot. Come on, people pick Lawbringer because he looks like a walking fortress. You cannot go like, oh, go. You can't do that, okay? But it sucks because apparently they actually put a lot of effort in animation. It's, you know, kind of yikes. But aside from that, it's alright. It's just basic. It's just, you know, a man